Alright. Hey, what's happening YouTube? It's Raptor here, and today I want to talk about one of my favorite things. And no, it's not animals, which, as you guys know, I love animals because I have them around me all the time. My dog Lucy's right over there. My dog Hulk is right in his kennel because he wants to lay in there. Don't know why. But, and no, I don't want to talk about Power Rangers because I did that in yesterday's video. But today I wanted to talk about something else. I know it's an anime, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I guess it sort of ties in with an anime, really. It's Pokemon. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Pokemon. And thanks to Virtual Console, I can play Gens 1 and 2. I've grown up with Gen 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now we're on 8. But what I mostly want to talk about is the games, really. We've had a lot of good games in this franchise of ours. We've had Sun and Moon on the 3DS, which those games pushes this thing to its limit. Now we've had Ultra Sun and Moon, which I'm currently playing Ultra Sun. So I'm currently playing Ultra Moon right now because I realized I never beat it. I didn't beat it yet. And now we have Sword and Shield. And right around now is when we get a third game. Right around now is when we get two more games or one more game to have either the complete Gen 8, or we would have a trilogy of games that would constantly have different themes, like Sword and Shield, and then I don't know, maybe Gun. But that's what happened. This time around, we got DLC, which I love that idea. That we're getting DLC for Pokemon games. I only wish that instead of I wish that when we do get more DLC for Sword and Shield, that it doesn't just include a new area and more Pokemon. What I wanted to include is something else for us to test our metal against, like a battle frontier. For those of you who do not know what a battle frontier is, it's sort of like the gym system. You travel from town to town, earning symbols instead of badges. Whereas in the battle frontier, there's only 5 or 4 symbols, I think. I think there's 5 symbols. With the 4th symbol being given the location of the last battle facility. Now we're going to introduce to the battle frontier in the anime in Pokemon, and when Ash left the Hoenn region to go back to Kanto to go through their battle frontier. In the games, we're going to introduce to the battle frontier in Pokemon Emerald. And then we also got a battle frontier in Pokemon Platinum a year later. But yet in Black and White 2, we never got a battle frontier. And we didn't get a battle frontier in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which were remakes of the Gen 3 games, Ruby and Sapphire. And yet we didn't get a battle frontier. And of course, I suspect I had a feeling we weren't going to get a battle frontier in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because they don't have gyms in Alola, but they do have a Pokemon League, which I love the fact that they have a league. And then I kind of figured we would get something cooler. And when I heard we were going back to gyms for, I heard we were going back to Kanto, I was thinking, awesome. This is perfect time for them to just the Battle Frontier. But they never did. So when I heard we were getting a new region, I was thinking, okay, maybe this is when just the Battle Frontier. However, they reintroduced the gym system, which I'm glad they did, because I mean, the Island Trials, they're fun, but all earning is stamps. I prefer earning badges, because it means I've accomplished something. I mean, getting stamps, yeah, sure, we do accomplish those, but we also earn Z Stones. In Sword and Shield, I felt more riveting to face the league because there was no Elite Four. Which, again, I'm glad there was no Elite Four, because then that'd just be more tiring to train up have lost and go out and train up all your Pokemon again just to battle. 4 more trainers when you were about eight of them to get into the league. But they did different with Sword and Shield, which I loved that. I love the fact that we didn't have to go through literally 4 more trainers just to get to the champion. Instead, in Sword and Shield, it was more like a traditional Instead, in Sword and Shield, it was more like a traditional tournament, like it is in the anime. That I freaking love. Maxine, and I freaking love the fact that it was more like a traditional tournament. But when we get our Gen 4 remakes, it's going back to the Elite 4 again. Which, I don't mind that, because it'd be a change up. But what are we going to do when we go to Gen 9? Like, are we going to continue to get... Like, are we going to continue to use a tournament setting? Or are we going to go like to the Elite 4 thing that we've done in the past games? Now, I also want to talk about future games that we could possibly get. Now, I made top lists on future games I want to see in the Pokemon franchise. But there are games I've talked about in the past that no one even pretty much knows about yet. I'm talking about the newer generation of Pokemon fans. Back when I was young, or back when I was little, like about 6 or 7, I believe, 6 or 7. There were 2 games that came out there were 2 Pokemon games that came out on the Nintendo GameCube. And those 2 games were probably my favorite Pokemon games ever. Why? It was because they didn't follow the traditional theme that all Pokemon games followed. Like, these games were more than traditional Pokemon games. But they weren't traditional at all. Like, these games were so fun that I wish there was a sequel to them or, like, remakes of them. Just updated graphics and updated models of update Pokemon models and stuff like that. The games I'm talking about are Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And these games were so fun. I literally love, those games were fun. They took a traditional series of games like Pokemon and turned it on its head. Because instead of catching wild, you can still catch wild Pokemon, but these were, these Pokemon. But you could also do something else that you couldn't do in traditional Pokemon games. You could steal your opponent's Pokemon. And I'm not talking about steal, actually grab it from them when they're not when they're not looking. I mean, you could catch them while you're in battle. Or technically, you could snag them, because that's what you do. You didn't steal them. You snag them. Because you had a little machine on your arm called a snag machine, and it was so fun. But the reason why you had to do that was because these Pokemon were not normal Pokemon. These Pokemon were called Shadow Pokemon. And the Shadow Pokemon were so... And these Pokemon were so, evil, because their hearts were closed. And it was your job as a trainer to purify them. And these Pokemon attack people, Pokemon. Literally, these Pokemon literally attack people. For no reason at all. And these Pokemon were so evil, so bad, that when you give them a card, they wouldn't even listen to you. At times. So that's why I like Pokemon Colosseum X Gale of Darkness. Because they both had Shadow Pokemon. And Game Freak, if you're listening, if any of you guys know anyone at Game Freak in America or in Japan, or any of you know someone at the Pokemon Company, show this to the head of the Pokemon Company. Help me. Bring back Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I do not want to have to... As if I had to, I will buy a Nintendo GameCube and Colosseum and Gale of Darkness just to play those games again. But Game Freak, or Pokemon and Game Freak, if any of your employees watch my videos, if any of your employees or if any of you guys out there are employees of Game Freak and the Pokemon Company, and you watch my videos, show this video to your boss, if you can, and let them know that those games really helped me get through some stuff when I was younger. And I would love to see those games again. If not, if not in, if not in, but not on the, but do not make them for the Nintendo Online service, because I don't want to pay for that just to play those games. Make them into a collection, or add more generations to them. Make them remakes or something like that, or just reboot them. Give them a sequel, or give them or like I said, give them a collection. That would be super fun. And I would definitely play that. And the reason why I want these games back, guys, is I never had a chance to beat them. And there are, I bet there are plenty of people out there and kids out there who don't know about these games. Because they grew up because they grew up with Gen 8. And I want I want everybody to experience these games. I can't be the only one who wants this. If I'm not the only one who wants this, let me know in the comment section down below if you enjoy these games as well. Well, guys, I'm Raptor Lord, signing off. Peace.